but
well, if I did, then I missed it. Manu Ginobili and Klay Thompson shouldn't even be in the same tier. To me, I think.
Yo, what's the deal? It's your boy Woods, and we back. So we got Klay Thompson versus Manu Ginobili. Who's better? Shooting wise, I got Klay, but if we talking overall game, bro, it's Manu. It's for sure Manu. Better ball handler. You know, Klay don't really handle the ball like that. Better defender. We saw what he did to James Harden in Game 6. You know what I'm saying? Manu could have been a starter for any other team, but he was on, you know what I'm saying, the Spurs, coming off as a six-man. Manu could have been a all-star, like a perennial all-star. Better playmaker. Better finisher at the rim. So, yeah, defense, finishing, playmaking is all Manu. But if I could say, like, a better scorer and shooter, I would say Klay. But overall player, a better all-around player, is for sure Manu. And I think people forget how cold Manu really was, bro.
You said he was.
I said Manu Ginobili is so easily better than Klay. Like,
I promise
they're not even in the same.
But
well, if I did, then I missed it. Manu Ginobili and Klay Thompson shouldn't even be in the same tier. To me, I think Klay Thompson is so much worse than.
If Manu Ginobili had to be the number one on a team, he would fare better than Klay Thompson being a number one.
Let me ask you, why are you putting Manu on a...
But that's a hypothetical. I don't like when they do hypotheticals. If this and if that, you know what I'm saying? Because we haven't seen Klay Thompson on the Warriors without, you know what I'm saying, Draymond and Steph. You feel me? So we can't say that. I don't like when they do hypotheticals like that.
I level being that he was a six-man and the way he played in that role, he and then you're negating Klay Thompson for that same thing.
You know, because you can look at what Manu Ginobili did when he was asked to have a bigger role and he was a great player.
When was he asked to have a bigger role?
There's a bunch of instances where, like, it's not.
Tell me them.
Game stretch. It's just about what you look at when the guy.
This guy, he only thinks about stats. He's only saying this because of statistical, because stats, and because this is what he think. You know what I'm saying? This guy is the guy that never picked up the rock. The guy at the top left corner. He never picked up a rock ever in his life. You feel me? So he do be like on the stats and everything like that, and he be saying some good takes. But overall, like, if you want to be honest, if it ain't stats, like, he not trying to hear it. But I agree. Like, Manu and Klay has never been a, you know what I'm saying, dribble, get to the basket, you know what I'm saying, mid-range, do all that, you know what I'm saying. He's been more of a catch shoot, and then when he needs to, he can get to the post and, you know what I'm saying, get that one-leg jumper. But an all-around player, Manu was for sure better, bro.
That Tim Duncan and Tony Parker are off the court and what Manu Ginobili can elevate.
Yeah, kind of like Game 6 Klay that you hate? Is that the big
No, I don't
goal?
hate Game 6 Klay. I don't like the fact that it's considered a thing when it happens. You can't
negate players based on, you said Manu when he's asked. When is he asked? He's asked to step up when his team needs the most, which Klay Thompson does at a high clip. Whenever his team needs him.
He steps up in 3 Game 6s, okay.
Oh, no, he's 3 quarters, him having 60 points. Or no, you can't. Like,
Klay Thompson has big games. I agree with that.
A comparison that I love. So just tell me, when has Manu stepped up in the moments? Tell me. That's what I want to know.
It's not about the moments. It's about in totality. When the guys
tell me in totality. Tell me one totality.
Now I say this. Klay has had better, more impactful games, like, you know what I'm saying, the Game 6 versus Memphis, the Game 6 versus OKC when they was down 3-2 and he made 11 threes, or the Game 6 versus I think it was the Game 6 versus Toronto. I think that was a Game 6. And Yeah, that was a game 6, and he got injured. He had 30 points. He had a few game 6s where he was going off. Now I think he has more memorable games. You know what I'm saying, as far as individually, but as an all-around player, like head-to-head, Manu is clearly the better player, like all around.
One totality, Del.
Tell me one.
Totality is everything.
Totality is what I'm looking at. What Manu Ginobili did in his peak when guys like Tim Duncan and Tony Parker weren't on the court. How he elevated his scoring, elevated his playmaking, elevated his creation.
Where? Time out. Where are these peak numbers of when they left the court that you know so well? This is what I want to know. This is how I wanted to start the show. Actually, I want you and Lo to give me all the website of stuff y'all use because I need that. Because last episode.
Because I'm going to say this, though. Like, when they say, oh, Manu would have fared better if he had such and such, if he was the first option, then if Klay was the first option. We do not know that. But I would say this. I think Manu is the better player all around between them two. But I will say this. If it depends on for what I need. If I don't have a number one, I'm choosing Klay. If I have a number one, I'm choosing Manu to do everything else. I don't think Manu would be better than Klay Thompson if he had to share the load. You feel me? As a number one, I think Klay would be better. But an all-around player, just period, like, you know what I'm saying, for what they was, both in their career, I think Manu was better, like a better player. I think he was a better player. I think Klay Thompson, I'm going to switch it. I think Klay Thompson might have been more impactful, but I think Manu was a better all-around player. If we're just taking offense, defense, playmaking, finishing, and all of that. But I think Klay was probably more impactful because I think I would say the Spurs would have won without Manu before the Warriors win without Klay.
So when Mr. Rufus came on and spewed all that energy and you knew that the efficient field goal, you knew KD was a more efficient player than, who was we arguing, Giannis? And you just sat there and looked at whatever and it didn't come up. I said, yo, Del, you know what you should start doing? You should start looking at numbers because people say these fancy words like efficiency and effective field goal shooting and analytics, what I hate and all this stuff, and it makes sense. And people be like, yeah, that person know what we talking about. But no, y'all could spew it to me, but no, like I'm not doing that no more. I need the link. It's not Mars, basketball reference. It has to be a black page somewhere that y'all use because it has to be something because y'all guys, there's no way. Oh, Klay, you diss Klay for being the second and this and all that, and then you bring up Manu, who played the exact same role for the same organized team, and now he did it. He stepped up at a higher clip in the biggest moments or the biggest totality, whatever word you want to freaking use to.
I mean, it's not about.
Come on.
And Klay does have better, you know what I'm saying, playoff numbers. If you want to be, like, honest. Like, but Manu did more of the dirty things. He, like, stuff like the block on James Harden at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? Defense. You know what I'm saying? He hit some clutch shots, too. But I just believe Klay Thompson was more impactful to the Warriors dynasty than Manu to the Spurs.
Well, if Manu was
up in the biggest moments is what he did when the superstars weren't around him, even though I think he was better than Tony Parker, but when the superstars weren't around him, what he was able to elevate his game to.
When did you see that, Mars? Tell me, when? Well, give me, like, when the superstars, when he subbed in as the sixth man, and they sat out and he became sixth man of the year? When are you talking about?
When guys like Tim Duncan...
And for the most part, could you say that every time in the first half that Manu would play, he would be playing against the bench, that's why he was the sixth man, and then he would end the game the last 6 minutes? What are we talking about? I love Manu Ginobili, but you cannot sit here and say that, when the big guys did this, when the big guys did that. Like, I'm not doing. No, I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. That is a good point Del said, because how much do those numbers are inflated? Because
that is not a good point at all. Because
that is a very good point.
On the J. Will show, Del said that Manu Ginobili is a starter So don't even talk about this.
No, it's not about.
But that's not
that. But how many times did Greg Pop have Manu Ginobili go up against the opposing team's bench? Like that.
You guys are hilarious because you guys are acting like Manu Ginobili wasn't in a system that was structured for. He just didn't have. He wasn't unleashed.
Facts. And Klay Thompson was unleashed? That's my point. How was he unleashed?
Had free reign.
What? Wait, time out. Manu never had free reign on the Spurs?
Bro, he is playing in a more structured system. I'm not saying the Warriors are unstructured. They are definitely structured. But he has green light, go at any point. Everyone on that team has green light, go. You can take any shot.
No, and on top of that, during that time, you weren't able to just come down and just shoot any three you wanted to.
Okay,
started that.
This is my point. Listen. Klay and Steph started that because that's their game and that's what they could do. Let's leave that there. That's their game. So the fact of the matter is, everybody you just said on the Warriors have free reign to just shoot threes, right?
Pretty much.
Okay, who on the Spurs in that structured system had free reign to you? Manu?
No one, because they were playing structured.
Stop. Okay, they structured system and free reign. Go Manu, Tony Parker, and Tim Duncan.
But
those are the three players who get on the court. If you see something, attack and do what you do.
For sure.
Okay, right.
Yeah, he lying right here, bro. Like, the dog he's a Dallas Mavericks fan. Dude at the top in the middle. He's lying. I do agree, shooting-wise, yeah, Klay had more free range than Manu and everything. But Manu had range. Manu had free range. He was one of the three. You feel me? Like, he had free range to do what he needed to do. That was his mindset. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have the shooting capability of a Klay Thompson and blah, blah, that. So, of course, but if Manu wanted to shoot 2-3 times, he could shoot 2-3 times, but that wasn't their mindset. So the comparisons that they're trying to, you know what I'm saying, make is not really making sense.
So compare a whole team that could take whatever shots. Isn't that a hard for more on Steph and Klay? Bro, if everybody's jacking, compared to three players having full range to do what they want?
Bro, I don't think that we're looking at this the same. You feel that Manu Ginobili could have just gone out there and chucked, and Pop would have been cool with it.
No, not chuck.
Hey, we haven't come down to the last 10 possessions.
Okay.
Tim Duncan doesn't touch.
Okay, let me ask you a question. When has Klay Thompson just ever went out and just shucked? He took every shot within his system, just like Manu did.
Yo,
we can't get mad at the system because one is shooting threes and one is shooting twos. Their system is their system. You're downing one system and to big up the next.
I'm not downing the system. I'm saying if you put Manu in that Warrior system, he's going to thrive just as well. If who knows, it's not better.
He's not at all.
Now he's tripping. No, he's not, because he's, first of all, number one, he's not the shooter that Klay Thompson is. He doesn't have the range that Klay Thompson does, and on top of that, he would not be thriving just as much, bro. He would be a great player, but he would not thrive just as much. When you hear about Manu Ginobili, great moments in the playoffs, you hear about defense, you hear about his clutch shot he made and everything like that. When you hear about Klay Thompson in the playoffs, you hear about performances. Game 6 Klay. He got the most threes in NBA Finals history, I believe, or he tied top 5, I think. Yeah, most threes in NBA Finals history. 60 points in 3 quarters. You feel what I'm saying? 37 points in a quarter, most ever. Manu has never done that. 60 in 3 quarters, Manu has never done that. You feel what I'm saying? Now y'all could say if he had a bigger role, he could do that. He was never going to be able to do that. He's never going to be able to be the scorer that Klay Thompson was because of how easy it is for him. So he's tripping right now.
Yes, not. No, he's not. How? Manu is a playmaker. Okay. So what Klay doesn't bring to the table, which obviously the more you can play make, the better your team will be. What Manu doesn't bring to the table, or what Klay doesn't bring to the table, Manu brings to the table. So him being able to get into the paint, it's going to make more open shots for Iguodala, Harrison Barnes, KD when he's there, Steph obviously, and Manu's getting to the rim.
Mars, can you help us out, Lo?
Mars, I'm disappointed in you, Mars, man. You let these people get on this show and just talk straight shenanigans. It's ridiculous, bro. You allow them to say straight shenanigans, and you know it's shenanigans, and you just don't say anything. First and foremost, it shouldn't even be a conversation. Like the Ginobili Klay thing. Ginobili's a better player. I don't know what we're even doing right now. He's a better player, better fit. Doesn't really matter. That's absurd. Anybody says any different.
Better fit?
He's a better fit. He's a better fit. He's a better fit. He's a better fit on the Warriors. He's a better fit on the Warriors.
No, he's not.
He's a better.
He does not provide the space that
Yes,
the system does not operate the same way with a Manu Ginobili.
He does.
Based off of what?
Based off of the numbers, based off of me watching it,
the numbers.
He does.
Numbers. No, bro. That's where we just disagree.
From 2008 to 2012, Manu Ginobili is shooting 38% from three. He can shoot threes. It's not like he can't space the floor out.
We're not saying he can't shoot threes, but it doesn't provide the same impact that a Klay Thompson does.
You're right. It doesn't. It provides more because he's also better playmaker as well.
No, hold on. I ran back. I'll be quick question, quick thought. How many threes did Manu take a game when he shot those 38%? That's all I want to know.
Like 3?
I'm coming. Yeah, like attempt per game.
Like 3.
5. Actually, almost close to 5. Four and a half.
From 2008 to what's the name? He took 5 threes a game?
2005 to 2012, 4.
Every year he took 4 a game? That's not that bad then. 4-38, that's not that bad. How much does Klay Thompson shoot while he shoots 40?
Like 8?
Okay.
9.
I'm coming.
Different era. This is the reason why we're even comparing 3-point shooting when we all know 3-point shooting has shot up over the past 5 years. I think nearly 5 3-pointers a game. At that time, Manu Ginobili was an excellent 3-point shooter. It would be able to translate to where we are right now. He would clearly shoot more threes now than he did back then. New point. Him being a floor spacer wouldn't be a problem. He would actually add more to the team.
It's not even about the floor spacing. It's about the impact that is. Bro, what you're basically saying is that anybody who shoots somewhat near to the same percentages as Klay Thompson could do the same exact thing that Klay Thompson has done and not just disagree with that.
I've never said that.
That's basically what you're saying.
That's what you're saying, though. You just basically said that same exact thing. See, now I was on the Manu side, but now they trying to disrespect Klay Thompson too much, bro. Because, number one, they are acting like if you shoot the same amount of threes as Klay and you can shoot 40%, whatever like that, then you can make then you can have the same impact. No. The disrespect for Klay Thompson is crazy, bro. Like they don't remember Klay Thompson in those OKC series. Like they don't remember Klay Thompson in the playoffs this year against Memphis. Against like they don't remember Klay Thompson in the, you know what I'm saying? When he took a backseat to KD, you could talk about those times, but when it was just the core, bro, come on, bro. Y'all not gonna do like Manu will have a different impact on them. I think he would impact almost just as good, but it would be a different impact. But he wouldn't impact the same way that Klay Thompson would. Manu is not going out there getting you 50 and 60. You feel me? If Steph Curry off and he just going to get you 11 threes, or he going to get you 35, 40. If Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and all of them are off in a playoff game, he will have a nice playoff game, 25, 30, whatever like that. I'm going to do some Manu highlights. I'm going to look up his best games and see when he did that, because I'm trying to figure out what, like, Manu Ginobili is a really good playoff performer. But, like, individual games and stuff like that, and more impactful, like, who carried more load is Klay Thompson, bro. Now, like I said, Manu Ginobili is the better all-around player. But in the playoffs, Klay Thompson has been better.
Basically, what you're saying about using the percentages, you're saying just because.
You sat there and said
defending low instead of defending Dub, that's not what he said. Jumping
It's
on
not
no
what I
back.
said. It's not what I said.
When has Mars ever said anything about that's not what he said? As soon as logo, he want to jump on his back like it's
Whatever.
whatever.
That's what he said.
Nah,
We talking that whole Giannis and KD talk last week, bro. We gonna get into that for a second.
Man, you always gonna get it down. Yeah, that's exactly. But that's not
what I said.
Me and your conversation has nothing to do with you, with Mars whispering for you. That's not what he said. Come on, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that.
He whispers the truth. He whispers the truth.
I don't care what I've never heard Mars defend anyone. I'm not doing that.
You're not going to sit here and say that Klay Thompson and the way that he shoots the ball, that Manu Ginobili is somewhere near that. It's not.
You're not leaving Manu open, though.
It's not about that, but the impact of a Klay Thompson, which you guys keep, for some reason, y'all just keep ignoring that. The reason why that Golden State Warriors system is able to flourish is because of Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. The impact.
So why were they that good this year then?
The emergence of Jordan Poole.
Was Jordan Poole as impactful as a 3-point shooter as Klay Thompson?
I think the Golden State Warriors.
It's a yes or no question.
I think the Golden State Warriors was more than just a Jordan Poole, though. I think Andrew Wiggins stepped up. You had Draymond Green there. You also had guys in the bench playing well as well.
It is identifiable.
But okay, this is my point. In Warrior system, we don't see Klay Thompson don't have to do all of those things.
But who do you think is a better ball handler?
Manu, 100%. Crossover, all that.
Okay, so Mr. Skill himself. Why is it that you cannot identify that Manu Ginobili is a better player than Klay Thompson? Then?
Because I think Klay Thompson's better than Manu.
Why? I'm asking you why.
Everything he does to me for the Warriors, I think he does better than Manu would if he was for the Warriors.
Who's a better player?
Yeah, better player is for sure Manu. But they're acting like if Manu was on the Warriors, it would be the same. No, it would not, bro. It would look totally different. You feel what I'm saying? A couple of those games. You think Manu would have had an 11 3-point game when Steph Curry was off and all of that against OKC? You know what I'm saying? I don't think Manu would have had some of these games that Klay Thompson had, bro. Like, to the degree. I think Manu can have big games, but I don't think he would have had that. But yeah, man, this is who it's in though, man. Klay Thompson or Manu. I think Manu was the better all-around player. I think Klay Thompson's the better playoff performer. Had bigger moments in games. You know what I'm saying? More iconic moments. But I do think Manu is the better all-around player. But as a number one, I think Klay Thompson would have been able to do more. I think he would have been able to lead his team further. Like, I understand if people say Manu, but I'm going to go with Klay just because of his, you know what I'm saying, his shooting, his scoring ability. And they like, okay, Manu is the better, you know what I'm saying, ball handler and everything. But that's not to say that Klay Thompson can't handle the ball. So that's my opinion. This is who it's in though, man. I'm out.